Hello and welcome to this week's edition of CTN Community Update. Commuters, sit tight. This might take a while. A $14 million reconstruction project has Highway 169 down to one lane of traffic in both directions. CTN's Jennifer Anderson is in Champlin, where traffic is moving very slowly.
Big changes began on Monday here at 169 in Champlin. As this highway sees 45,000 trips a day, this new phase of construction promises to impact drivers all throughout the region. When a project as big as this,
right now it stinks,
disrupts as many people as this,
it's terrible.
Patience is the toll to travel.
We're telling people expect delays, expect inconveniences, and plan ahead.
Traffic at Hayden Lake Road and Highway 169 in Champlin is the talk far beyond the town this week. The highway is down to a single lane in each direction from the Mississippi River down to Highway 610. MnDOT will build 2 new bridges, soften a once dangerously sharp curve, and reconstruct all lanes of traffic.
It's terrible. We literally had to wait 2 hours to leave our house today in order to even get out on time. And now tonight we have to plan our whole day is based upon the traffic right now.
We've lost quite a bit of business because of it. A lot of our regulars aren't stopping in just due to it's taking them a lot longer or they're late to their job.
Meanwhile, south of Hayden Lake Road, a separate project has crews tearing up old concrete to make way for fresh pavement on 169. MnDOT actually moved the resurfacing project up a few years to get all the pain over at once.
We're going to be done now with highway reconstruction work in town, I would think, for a long time, and it's just getting through 2018 that's going to be the struggle.
I think it'll make it better. I think it's going to hopefully make everything flow a little better. But again, you look at the bad and then you'll realize it's better in the end.
When the work is done, there will be a new pedestrian underpass and trails, new park space, and a revived mill pond stocked for fishing.
It's clearly going to be a community showpiece and a diamond for the neighborhood and even for the region. Give us 5 months of patience and we'll get through this.
The start of construction was delayed somewhat due to the late spring. Head-to-head traffic and work here on 169 is expected to continue throughout the summer, should be wrapped up sometime in September. Reporting for CTN Update, I'm Jennifer Anderson.
Planning continues for a big construction project that will start next year in Coon Rapids and impact motorists who use Hanson Boulevard. Anoka County hosted an open house on the project on Thursday evening at the Coon Rapids City Center. The public was invited to learn more about the project and get their questions answered. The work involves the reconstruction of Hanson Boulevard from just north of Highway 10 to just south of Main Street. That portion of Hanson will become a 4-lane divided highway with medians and restricted turn movements. A multi-purpose pedestrian trail will also be added.
The fortunate part is with this project we're actually going to maintain 1 lane in each direction at all times throughout the project. If we can provide 1 additional lane through there, we will try, but as of right now it looks like in order to build the roadway we need 1 lane in each direction and as much room as we can to build the new section.
In addition to improving safety, the project should reduce the number of rear-end collisions by restricting some turning movements. Work will start next spring and be finished by the end of 2019. About 30,000 vehicles use that stretch of Hanson Boulevard each day. MnDOT is hosting an open house next week on a project that will make for a safer commute on Highway 65. The open house will take place Thursday, May 17th from 3 to 7 p.m. at the Ham Lake City Hall. Along with improvements at several intersections, left turn lanes will be extended at 9 locations between East Bethel and Spring Lake Park. Work is expected to start this summer and be finished by the fall of 2019. Investigators are still trying to figure out what led to a fiery crash over the weekend that claimed the lives of 2 Coon Rapids residents. The crash happened just after 9 on Saturday night on Northdale Boulevard near 119th Avenue. A car being driven by 39-year-old Nicholas Hildreth left Northdale Boulevard and struck a large cement power pole before catching fire. Hildreth died at the scene along with his passenger, 38-year-old Chandra Nordstrom. Multiple witnesses say the vehicle was traveling at what authorities are calling extreme speeds for a suburban neighborhood. Anglers across the state will be hitting Minnesota lakes this weekend for the fishing opener, and there's a new requirement some boaters need to know about. Sophia's Law requires all motorboats with an enclosed accommodation compartment to be equipped with a functioning marine CO detector system. Along with a detector in the main cabin, there must be one in each sleeping area. The new law took effect May 1st and is named after a 7-year-old girl who died from carbon monoxide poisoning back in 2015 while sleeping on her family's boat on Lake Minnetonka.
But what these guys do is they come here and they chop off the grasses along the rivers so the fish don't have enough oxygen.
The U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary explained about the harm caused by invasive species, as hundreds of kids from the area got a jump start on the fishing opener last weekend at the Coon Rapids Dam. The annual Kids Fishing Clinic drew a big crowd to Seneco Lake on Saturday. Youngsters learned the basics of fishing and how to be safe near the water. In addition to a free lunch, participants walked away with a goodie bag filled with fishing gear. We'll have much more on the Kids Fishing Clinic coming up in just a few minutes on CTN Spotlight. The Coon Rapids Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealership is getting a makeover. This week, the walls started going up for a new 80,000 square foot, 2-story building. The dealership is replacing the current 28,000 square foot building, which they'll continue to operate out of until the new building is finished. The parking lot is also being reconfigured. Currently, there's around 900 parking stalls. Once complete, that number will drop by about 130 spaces. The golf course at Bunker Hills is in the midst of a renovation project of its own. Work recently started on the 3rd phase of renovations to the sand bunkers. The bunkers are being reduced in size and the liners eliminated, which improves the pace of play and decreases staff time spent on maintenance.
It's a big renovation. It's making them a lot smaller, a lot more playable. Some are moving into better positions for the golfer.
The project got a late start due to our unrelenting winter, but should be finished in about a week. The 4th and final phase of the project is proposed for 2019 and will involve the sand bunkers on the west 9-hole course. An upcoming fundraiser is encouraging everyone to wear high heels. Yes, even the guys. The 3rd annual Walk a Mile in Her Shoes is taking place on Saturday, May 19th at the Anoka City Hall Plaza. Registration begins at 8:30 a.m. and the 1-mile walk starts at 10:30. Along with raising money for the Alexandra House, the event raises awareness about domestic, sexual, and gender violence in the community. More than 500 people attended the walk last year. They raised nearly $30,000 for the Alexandra House. And next Sunday, several homes remodeled as part of the city's Home for Generations 2 program will be open to the public. The remodeling tour will take place on May 20th from noon to 4 p.m. Residents will be able to check out newly remodeled kitchens and bathrooms and get ideas for their own homes. You can also ask questions of the homeowners, contractors, and city staff. A brochure with the addresses of the homes taking part can be downloaded from the city's website, coonrapidsmn.gov. That's going to bring us to the end of today's show. Good luck to all the people going out fishing for the opener this weekend, and happy Mother's Day. We'll see you back here again next week.